Once upon a time in a bustling city, there lived a successful businessman named Thomas. He was a workaholic, always on the go, and could often be found buried in his phone or engrossed in meetings. His life was a constant race against the clock, and he believed that time was his most valuable asset. One evening, while rushing to catch a cab after a long day at the office, Thomas bumped into an old man sitting on a park bench. The man had a serene smile on his face and seemed to radiate an aura of contentment. "Excuse me," Thomas muttered impatiently. "I'm in a hurry." The old man nodded kindly and replied, "Ah, my young friend, we are all in a hurry these days, aren't we?" Thomas couldn't help but feel a little annoyed at the interruption, but something about the old man's demeanor intrigued him. He paused for a moment and found himself taking a seat beside the stranger. "Time is money," Thomas said with a hint of pride. "I can't afford to waste it." The old man chuckled softly. "Indeed, time is precious, but it's not just about how much you have. It's about how you choose to spend it." Thomas raised an eyebrow. He had never heard such a perspective before. The old man continued, "You see, my young friend, time is a gift that allows us to build relationships, create memories, and make a difference in the lives of others. The true value of time lies in how we use it to bring joy, love, and kindness to the world." Thomas listened intently as the old man shared stories of his own life, a life filled with simple pleasures, genuine connections, and a sense of purpose beyond material success. Over the next few days, Thomas found himself drawn to the park, seeking the wisdom of the old man. They would sit together for hours, and Thomas began to open up about his own struggles, the emptiness he felt despite all his achievements, the strained relationships with his family, and the constant stress that seemed to define his existence. The old man listened with compassion and understanding. He gently encouraged Thomas to take a step back, to reevaluate his priorities, and to consider the true meaning of success. As the days turned into weeks, Thomas began to change. He started to allocate time for his loved ones, nurturing neglected relationships, and making new connections with the people around him. He volunteered at local charities, giving his time and energy to help those in need. And gradually, he discovered a sense of fulfillment and joy that he had never experienced before. One day, as Thomas returned to the park, he was met with an empty bench. The old man was nowhere to be found. Instead, there was a small note that read, "Thank you for giving me the gift of your time. Now go and share that gift with the world." Tears welled up in Thomas's eyes as he realized the impact the old man had on his life. With a newfound purpose, he vowed to carry on the legacy of the gift of time. Thomas became an advocate for work-life balance, inspiring his employees and colleagues to find time for themselves and their families. He started initiatives to help the less fortunate, using his resources and influence for the greater good. As the years passed, Thomas became known not only for his business acumen, but also for his kindness and generosity. He had learned that time was not meant to be hoarded or spent selfishly, but rather shared and cherished. And so, in the heart of a busy city, a new legacy was born. The legacy of the gift of time. A legacy that continues to inspire others to slow down, connect with one another, and create a world filled with compassion and love. Thank you for joining with us, and may you always find the strength to rise above any adversity.